We've had a pretty decent start to our league season with Manchester United, guys. We are actually sitting top of the Premier League, and today we have a League and Cup double-header. Let's get into it and see how we do.
My retirement doesn't mean the end.
So then guys, welcome back to Taming the Devils here with Manchester United for episode 3. Now if you've missed any of the previous 2 episodes, I would highly recommend you go back and watch them. There'll be a link above me for the episode 2, the most recent one, and there'll also be a link following up pretty soon with episode 1 as well if you want to click on either of those and have a watch of those 2 videos. Now though, since last time out, we've only played 2 games. It's been a very quick jump, and as you can see on the screen, as I've already mentioned, we are in fact top of the Premier League. We've only played 2 league games, but we played very well in our other match that we took part in. In terms of the schedule, guys, we, of course, last time out faced off against Crystal Palace in that really end-to-end, just crazy opening day fixture where we just about scraped past them with a 3-2 victory. We then went and took on Wolverhampton Wanderers at home, and we absolutely smashed them 4-0. I changed the tactic up, and I will show you in a second the tactic I am actually now using, and it worked wonders. Mason Greenwood at age 18 scored a hat-trick and was just phenomenal. He could not stop scoring, and he has looked so good in all of the games that we have played. We then faced off in the Caraboa Cup third round, and we just about scraped past Burnley with a 0-0 draw. We then went to penalties and won it on pens. It was a really naff game. I played a lot of the kind of backup players, the rotation players, and we just about got past. We were a better side. I think Burnley had 1 shot all game. We defended really well, but we just couldn't break them down. But still went to pens, got the job done. And then as a result of that, we were going to be playing Burnley in the league in today's episode. We're going to have Leicester and Burnley in 2 Premier League matches, but because of the Caraboa Cup and the fact that the schedule's so squished in for this year, it's actually going to be Leicester at home in the Premier League going to be facing first off, and then Bournemouth, who we've been drawn against at home in the 4th round of the Cup. So that is essentially what we're going to be doing for this episode. Of course, Leicester is up first. In terms of transfers, we've not made any more. I have put in a bid actually for a new right back, but if kind of the situation changes and they join before the end of this episode, then of course I'll let you know. Otherwise I won't bother mentioning it in case it all falls through. In terms of how we are lining up though for the first game, the league game with Leicester, we are going very much full strength, and as you can see on the screen, I've got the new tactic that we are using. We're using a 4-2-3-1, what we switched to in the second half of the Crystal Palace match in the last episode when we were losing at half time. And it's worked very, very well at the moment. At least in the 2 games that we played, we've looked a lot better. It's going to be, first of all, De Gea in net, because of course it's David De Gea. It's then going to be Brandon Williams at right back. After his very good game against Burnley, I felt it was only fair to give him the match. It's then Maguire and Lindelof. At the moment, Tuanzebe and Umtiti are both nearly back fit, so hopefully, maybe for the next game or definitely the following episode, we should actually get to see them in the squad. It's then Telles at left back, Pogba and McTominay. McTominay had a very good game in the Carabao Cup, so I felt it was fair to reward him with a start here today. McTominay is playing a ball-winning midfielder on defend role, and Pogba is now a deep line playmaker on support, a bit further pushed up. I felt that kind of made more sense for the tactic. It's then Greenwood at right wing as the inside forward on attack, where he has just been so dangerous. It's then Bruno Fernandes, who has been fantastic in the attacking midfield role. Then Rashford at left wing and Cavani up front. I really want to see some more from Rashford and Cavani. Currently, we haven't seen enough from them, so I definitely want to see a bit more involvement from the 2 of them. But that is how we're lining up. So let's submit this team and get into our first game of this episode. So here we go, we've got our little briefing, and apparently most of the players are pretty happy with their selection and so on. There's 6 players who are concerned because they don't have familiarity with the tactic. That's because it's still a very new tactic. Let's get into the match though. We are of course at home, so we're going to be at Old Trafford for the first time in an episode. And in terms of how Leicester line up, they're lining up pretty full strength. In terms of the dressing room though, let's get in here. I'm going to point the finger, be a bit assertive, and I'm going to say to them that we are favourites. We should be winning this comfortably, because we should do, because Leicester have had a very poor start to the season. I think they've lost their 2 opening games, so definitely should be winning this, especially as we're at home. Let's kick off though. Here we go, walking out onto the pitch at Old Trafford. Old Trafford looks really good in FM21. I have to say, it does look a lot better than it has done in previous years. It looks massive, which is what it should do because it is Old Trafford. And it's been a very slow opening 10 minutes, considering the fact we scored, I think, 7 goals in our 2 league games. The fact we're now 20 minutes and we haven't, oh, we're saying that, about to say we haven't had a highlight, but here we go. Bruno Fernandes to Brandon Williams. And come on, Williams, what are you going to do? He's lumped it up, not really to anyone, sadly. Tellez should hopefully get that. He has done. Come on, Alex Tellez. Let's get it in the box. Come on, son. He has done. Greenwood. Oh, what a surprise. It's Mason Greenwood with another goal. It's 5 goals in 3 games for the teenager. He's on fire. I mean, he's good. He's very good. Don't get me wrong. But in terms of the players in the team, he's not that amazing. Like, obviously, potential-wise, he's through the roof. But my goodness, he's just hit the ground running. He really has. He just scores so many goals at the moment. Every time we have a match, it's normally him with the most shots and the most chances created and stuff like that. He's just been so good. And I am absolutely loving it. I really am. Got another highlight here. I don't know if it's going to be for us. Tellez has it just over the halfway line. He's running with it. Played through Rashford. Come on. He's played it across. It's a mistake. Greenwood. Greenwood has scored again. It's a complete calamity at the back. I don't know who it was for Leicester. Justin. I can't remember what his first name is. He's the player they signed from Luton, I think, isn't he? Is it James Justin, I think? I can't remember. But he absolutely screwed that up there. Rashford puts it in. I don't know if he's going to get the assist. He puts it in and then there's a bit of a mistake. Greenwood kicks it adjusted, a bit of pinball. And then eventually Greenwood poked home for his now 6th goal of the Premier League campaign. I've got no idea. Tellez corner to Maguire. Very good save there from Kasper Schmeichel. Got to say, this opening 35 minutes, we've looked really good. Really good. Really chuffed with how we've been so far. Looks like we may be going to half-time now at 2-0, which I will be very happy with. And is it going to be happening? Indeed it is. We're in at half-time at 2-0 up. Expected goal-wise, we're only a 0.886. So the fact we've scored twice, definitely will take that. Is there any other games going on at the moment? No, it looks like really early kick-off. So we're the only team which is playing currently. Right, let's go into the dressing room. I'm going to keep my hands together and I'm going to say don't get complacent. They all agree with that, which is very good. Let's get out for the second half though and see how we get on. James Justin and Under, they made a double switch, have Leicester there. I'm not surprised Justin's come off. I think he had a knock and obviously he was responsible for that second goal going in really. And I've just seen as well that they put Wes Morgan as a right back even. So what we are going to do as a result of that, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to take off Rashford. We're going to bring on Martial, I think. And I'm going to say to Martial that you can be a inside forward even on attack. And we're going to focus our play down that left because we should be able to just exploit the hell out of the fact that Wes Morgan, with his complete lack of pace, is going to be playing at right back. So I'm going to say I have faith in you to go out there, confirm it. Hang on, has there been a goal? There has been a goal. While we're making the save, there was a goal. I think it may have been Marcus Rashford, judging from him walking away. Let's have a look at the replay. Rashford has the ball here. He plays it to Greenwood. Plays it out to Tellez. Tellez, what does he do with it? Tellez has it. It's a short, decent save, but then Rashford pokes home. It's 3-0. Really comfortable. We didn't actually get to see it, unfortunately, but because I was making that change, I was taking Rashford off, but I'm still going to go ahead with the change anyway. We'll sub him off for Martial, get him on the pitch. I'm also going to take off Cavani, I think, in a sec, because he's not doing anything at the moment. I don't really know what's up with Cavani. It just doesn't seem to be clicking for him, really, at the moment, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens here. I do reckon I will sub him off, though. In fact, I'll tell you what, while this is going on, I'm actually going to sub him off. I'm going to sub him off for... I'm actually going to be on Correa, because Correa can play up front. Let's give him a game up front. Correa's really struggled since he's come in. I think he's not match fit, really, at the moment, so I need to just give him a bit of time. He is struggling for fitness in pretty much every game he's been involved in, so I think that's why he's been quite so poor. I don't know, are we actually going to see a highlight here, or is it just because of where those tactical changes being made? Martial has it on the left wing. Come on, Anthony, what are you doing with it, son? Martial, come on, he's whipped it in to Cavani, who, just as I'm saying about it, unless he's about to be subbed off, has scored as well. So, fair play, Cavani. I'm still going to take him off. I don't know, another 4-0 it looks like, going really well. I don't know quite how I'm actually doing this, because normally I am atrocious with Football Manager. It's worth noting, by the way, guys, that if you are enjoying this video, please do chuck a like on it. It massively does help the channel out. And also, if you're looking forward to seeing more of the series, then make sure you do hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you get notified when any more of my content here for the Taming the Devils series goes live on LS Plays FM. But it looks like we may have another highlight here. Are we going to score a fifth goal? Hang on, there's been a mistake. Correa! It's a fifth goal! Correa has scored as well. He's only been on the pitch about 5 minutes and he's scored as well. Complete mix-up at the back there from Leicester. I don't know what they are doing. I really don't. I mean, Martial has it. Who tackles him? Castagne tackles him. It's a decent tackle, but it just rolls to Correa because I think Wes Morgan it is. Just isn't realising he's behind him and Correa slots home. Let's make one final change. I'm going to take off Maguire because I don't want to get sent off. I'm going to give Tuanzebe a few minutes here just to see if we can get him a couple of minutes on the pitch to try and help him with his recovery from his injury. Martial now, I don't know if he's going to be a proper highlight just again because of the fact that we are making a substitution. Martial crosses it in and actually Correa could have just scored in. The fact Correa won that header ahead of Wes Morgan is astounding because Correa is about 5'9" and Wes Morgan's massive. So I don't know how to manage that, but unbelievable game there, lads. 5-0, just pummeled Leicester. Utterly pummeled them. Fair play to the lads. I'm going to go into the dressing room. We're going to say outstretched arms. Very pleased with that result and the performance. Just fantastic result. We are currently sitting easily top of the league with a goal difference of 10. I don't know how we're doing it. I don't know. But of course, guys, our next match is with Bournemouth in the Caraboa Cup. So I'll see you for that match in a few seconds. So then, guys, we're now here ready for our second game of the episode. The home game in the Caraboa Cup, 4th round with Bournemouth, a championship side. Of course, Bournemouth who got relegated last year. So in terms of how we're lining up, I've made a lot of changes for the game. And in the day, the Caraboa Cup is not a tournament I'm particularly fussed with, but it's a nice distraction from the league. So it's going to be Henderson in net, of course, our backup keeper who has a lot of potential. It's then Brandon Williams at right back with Maguire and Lindelof still. I was really tempted to give Tuanzebe the game, but he still isn't fit. In terms of his fitness, it says he's still got a very high injury susceptibility, so I don't really want to risk him. It's then Luke Shaw at left back, and it's Van der Beek and McTominay in the central of midfield. It's then Greenwood at the right wing, Fernandes in attacking midfield, and I'm going to give Daniel James a chance at left wing. He is a player who I really don't have very much time for at Manchester United. I really don't think he's very good. But I'm going to give him the game here and see how he gets on. And then I'm going to start Cavani up front. I think after he's scored, I'll give him the game. Hopefully get him scoring some more goals here. But that's how we're lining up. It's a very strong squad nonetheless, despite the changes to it. And I'm very confident that we can get a result. So I'm going to submit the team and let's see how it reckons that Bournemouth are going to line up. So I don't know how much of the Bournemouth squad is still intact. They've got Begovic in net. They've got the former Man Utd player in Josh King. They've got Dominic Solanke, Lewis Cook. They've got some decent players in there. David Brooks is still in that team, as is Jefferson Lerma. So it could be a tough game. In terms of what I'm going to say to the lads, I'm going to say assertively, so I'm going to point the finger basically, and I'm going to say that we are the favourites. We should be winning this comfortably because we should be. We are a league above. Not many players reacted particularly well there, but I got a good reaction at Greenwood, so I'll take that nonetheless. Let's get into the game though and outwalk the players onto the pitch at Old Trafford once more. And let's see how we do. I'm expecting a comfortable win. After we smashed Leicester 5-0, I want us to be beating Bournemouth. That's for sure. Even if it's only 1-0, I'm not that fussed because I've got obviously a lot of reserve players in the team. But we need to be winning this. We can't really be affording to lose it. It's just too poor. Hang on, great ball. Greenwood, he's not going to score again, is he? He doesn't, unfortunately. Cavani can't finish it. Great double save there from Asmir Begovic. Nice to see Football Manager, a goalkeeper, making some good saves. So some very positive signs, really, I have to say, with FM21 so far. I've seen a lot of nice goals. I've seen a lot of nice passing, some really good animations, and goalkeepers look competent, which is very, very nice to see. It has to be said. Again, another highlight here, though. Begovic lumps it up into our half even. Brooks has it here on the right wing. What's he going to do with it? David Brooks, can we put a tackle in here, please? Williams, he's completely done his man, but Lindelof has cleared it somewhat. Not particularly well, though. Are we going to see another highlight or another chance here for Bournemouth? We are. Great ball up, and we are very lucky that their player, I think De Carmine, I didn't see the name fully, We're very lucky that he didn't get a better strike off there. Another highlight here for Bournemouth, a free kick on the edge of the area. Maguire has headed it clear. Greenwood get there first. He has done. Mason Greenwood, come on, son. He's got pace. He's very good on the ball. He's done this many times in games. Greenwood, he's put it wide, unfortunately. But there's been a few games where he has just got the ball and just dribbled for fun. And it's lovely to see a player just do that. He's got so much confidence at the moment in the game. Just because of the fact he keeps scoring. I keep praising him constantly. And he is just performing wonders. He really is. We've got another highlight here. Van der Beek with a lovely ball. Greenwood is through. Great tackle from left back. I think it may have been Diego Rico. It was. Unbelievable tackle that. Looks like we're going into half-time at 0-0. We certainly are. XG-wise, the game records, we should have probably scored with the chances that we had, and I probably agree with that. We haven't put our chances away. I'm going to get into the dressing room, and as a result, I'm actually going to be a little bit aggressive. I'm going to thrash my arms. I'm going to say I'm not happy with what we've seen, and most of the players agree other than Daniel James. But still, I'm pretty pleased with how that team talk went. Most of the players agreed that we hadn't done enough. Highlight here, free kick from Bruno. He whips it in. Cavani's there. It's wide. We're just not really seeing a proper clear-cut chance, to be honest, are we? We're getting a lot of half chances and a lot of headers and so on, but just nothing majorly clear-cut at the moment. We really need to be kind of working that ball into the box, which I do have on. I do have that option set on for us, but sadly, nothing from us here. One thing I will mention, guys, by the way, that if you're interested in live streaming at all, I do have a Twitch channel. There'll be a link to it down in the description in the pinned comment. So if you want to go over and give me a follow, I'm doing a save with Norwich City over there on Twitch at the moment. Hey, Van der Beek, unlucky son. As I say, doing a series with Norwich over there on Twitch. So if you want to come over and have a watch whenever I'm live, then just follow the channel and you'll get notified whenever I go live over there on Twitch. But this game is just, I don't know, we don't seem to be able to break them down at all at the moment, Bournemouth. We really don't. There's a highlight here, a corner from Lewis Cook for Bournemouth. I think we've headed it away. I didn't see who headed it though. McTominay is going to get there first. I'm surprised he got there first because he's not that quick. But he has done. Well done to him. Greenwood in a lot of space here. Mason Greenwood, come on son. It's a pen. That's a pen, ref. Give it. Thank you very much. He's giving it. That's now, I think, our third penalty of the season already, I believe. Are we actually going to get it? Was VAR going to check it? They are checking it. I actually had one in the Wolverhampton game, I believe it was, where they checked it and they did overrule the decision. It was quite interesting to see a penalty that was overturned. I think Bruno's going to step up here. He is indeed. Bruno Fernandes. He scores. No surprise there. Bruno Fernandes with his second goal of the season. Another penalty, mind you. And I'm going to make some changes to the team now. I'm going to take off Daniel James. He hasn't played particularly well. We get Rashford on. And I'm going to take off Lindelof for Tuanzebe. We'll give him some minutes here. I'm going to point the finger, be assertive to them. I'm going to say I have faith in you to make the difference. None of them gave a damn about it, unfortunately. But hopefully with that change, with 15 minutes left, we can just see this game out. I may put us to the 5 at the back formation, actually, around about the 80th minute or so, if things are looking a little bit cagey, because I think that might help to, number one, see out Bournemouth a bit better, and then if we do get any chance of the counter-attack, we'll be a little bit quicker and be able to break a little bit easier. I'm going to make that change. Let's do it now. We'll go into the tactics here. We'll go to option 2, which is the 5 at the back formation. I do need to bring on another defender. McTominay is the only player who can actually play at the back. He can kind of play the role. So we'll put McTominay as a centre-back. I don't like the idea of him being there, but it's better than having no one there. We'll bring on Kessie, and we'll go cautious as well, put a little bit of time wasting on, and we'll stop the overlap on our fullbacks. So we'll go with that, and hopefully that change can help us out. We've got, 5 minutes plus stoppage time, and it could be a really drab 1-0, but at the end of the day, a win's a win, isn't it? Come on, into the last few minutes here. Let's just see this game out, get it over and done with, and it looks like it's going to happen. Indeed it is. We've got the 1-0 victory. I will take that. I do not mind that at all. I'm going to say to them, don't let yourselves get complacent. I think that's a fair response to this kind of performance from us. We haven't really performed spectacularly. So let's go back to the main menu and see what we're going to be coming back for next episode. Because, of course, that was the Cup. We're into now the 5th round. In terms of our schedule, though, guys, we don't have too many games in October, but we have some big games at the beginning of November that I think it might be worth coming back for. We do also have the Champions League draw pretty soon as well. So I think what we will do is we will come back next episode at the very beginning of November, so in 4 games time, for the Fulham game and the Arsenal game. If we have our Champions League draw and we have any major teams we get drawn against and we're taking part before that, we may come back sooner. But currently anyway, the plan will be to come back for Fulham away and Arsenal at home. Of course, as well though guys, that basically wraps up this episode today. To be honest, we've had two pretty decent performances. I mean, that first one with Leicester was just astonishing. I cannot believe we stuck 5 past, and they were just so poor, and we played so well. We really did. I mean, we just about got past Bournemouth, but at the end of the day, win's a win, so I don't really care. And of course, we're now into the next round. We've got some interesting games coming up next episode, and it could possibly even be the Champions League, depending on who we get drawn against. But I really hope, though, guys, that you have enjoyed this episode today. If you have, then please do drop a like on it. It massively does help the channel out. And of course, if you're looking forward to seeing any more of my FM21 content, such as the Taming the Devils series and also my how-to series, there was a video earlier today which dropped regarding how to install player face packs. Then do make sure to subscribe to the channel to keep updated with everything here on LS Plays FM, and ring that notification bell as well so you get notified when any of my content goes live. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you again next time.